Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my kitchen. Today my sister and I will be doing our black beans Cuban soup. I promised you guys I was going to do that, right? Yes. So today we'll be doing our soup, our black beans Cuban soup. Yes. So, and oh, my sister also will be doing her version of the Cuban bread. Hey, she's up to baking, and you guys know how much she loves to bake. I ain't gonna say no. No, no way, boo. So we'll have the Cuban bread. I don't know if I'll get to record it, but anyway, we're gonna have the bread anyway. And her Cuban black beans soup. Yes. So, Chair, come in the kitchen and let's do our soup, guys. Yes. I'm looking forward to this Cuban soup, guys. I've been waiting for this black beans Cuban soup for a minute now. You know, but we ain't gonna put that out there like that. And guys, wait till you see what we serving this with. Chair, let's start making the soup, girl. Okay guys, I'm gonna start by picking the beans. Or sort the beans, depends on where you guys are from. On our side, we normally would say we pick the beans so we can pick stuff that we don't want it in there. Sometimes if you look in there, there's still little pebbles. We don't want that kind of crunch. So let me try to finish this off and we'll move on to the next step. Okay guys, this black beans is for our version of the Cuban black bean soup. Oh yes. I'm putting on the beans. My sister will pick it up tomorrow. Yes guys, my sister will be making the Cuban black bean soup tomorrow. So I'm putting on the beans right now. So it's gonna cook overnight. Yes. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the beans in one of my silver pans so we can go and wash it. You know we have to wash the beans before we start to cook the beans. This is what I'm putting in. Then we'll go to the kitchen sink to start to wash them. Okay, next step is to wash the beans. Yes, you have to make sure to wash your beans, guys. I usually wash it twice. Not just in case. Okay guys, you know this is my favorite pot, the Instapot. Yep. This is where I'm cooking the beans. I'm using my Instapot to cook the beans. And if you have seen when my sister was preparing the canning of her beans, we don't just pass the whole thing of beans in there after we wash it. You take your time and put them in there so you don't put everything that, you know, nah, we don't want all those leftovers in there. Okay guys, I add water in my pot of beans. Okay, now I'm gonna add my onion powder. Guys, this is fresh dehydrated onions my sister did. Ooh. That's a whole different stage. Check that out. All right. Next is the garlic powder. Yes, yes, yes. Then I'm gonna add my bay leaf and it's cooking time. My bay leaves. Yes. Make sure it's sealed. Because it's only 1 pound of beans I'm cooking, I'll do it on 40. Setting it to, I'm gonna set it on 40. There it is, manual. And now it's time to just leave it to cook. So, see you guys at the end of the cooking. Then we'll start the Cuban soup. All this is for the Cuban. Okay guys, the black beans are already soft. Now I'm gonna lower this down to 30 and we're gonna start with the soup. All this is for the Cuban black bean soup, guys. Anyway, we'll start with the beans. Let's leave it there. Okay guys, my sister made Cuban bread. Oh my goodness. Ooh, her version of the Cuban bread.
We're gonna first start with our sofrito, and it's basically a blend of different seasonings, vegetables, whatever it may be, that has onion, celery, red bell peppers, green bell peppers, and this mix have parsley. Doesn't hurt. That's what's in here. So I am going to,
That's what's in.
oh sorry, here. That's what's in here. And I am going to put this into my cup, my blender cup, and then add the rest of my accoutrement as I go along. But I'll blend this down first to give me a paste and a base to start adding my spices. All right, so I think anybody who knows me well enough knows that I absolutely hate pouring from cups like this or things like this because it will make a hot mess. So I usually put it in one of those mugs or cups that has a spout, but I was being lazy today. It's lazy Saturday. And just note that once I put all this loveliness in here, I am going to blend. I'm not looking for a complete puree. Maybe some texture will remain. I don't care. I just need it small enough to cook not too long in the pot. That's about, this is a teaspoon. About 1 teaspoon of garlic, a teaspoon and a half of garlic.
Hey.
All right. I might come back to that. So normally though, for your Maricoa, your blends are usually 2 parts onion, 1 part carrots, and 1 part celery.
You got it.
So I will do my goodness in here. The onions, the bell peppers, and celery are already in here, so I'm merely adding the 1 part carrots to this. And since I'm doing this as using this as my sofrito, I will put maybe that much carrots. So about a tablespoon of carrots, because this is 3 teaspoons. Okay. Again, I might just come back to that, and you do your sofrito, whatever works best for you. I'm gonna blend this now, and then I will add my, oops, sorry. I will add the rest of my ingredients. Because once this is all blended and it's nice and soft, well, pureed if you will, I will take this and fry it up in the, ooh, isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
I'll take this and fry it up in my fry pan so I can give it a little head start since the beans is already cooked. Ooh, it's doing things in there. Alrighty, y'all, I think this is good enough for me to put in my fry pan. I like the texture of this, so now I'm just going to go and fry up the rest of my ingredients in the oils and stuff first, and then I will add this to the fried, well, I'm frying them to bloom them. So the oregano, cayenne pepper, black pepper, cumin, a bit of salt, and a little bit of chicken base. I will bloom these 4 in the oils, and then add this and the salt and the chicken base. Okay, y'all. As you can see, I have some very luscious looking bacon fat. Oh yes, Lord. So I am going to put on my stove to start heating up, and I'm going to put a little bit of oil in here. I just need to bloom my, oh, ignore that, the stove was wet. I just need to bloom my spices first, and then I am going to add this sofrito. So I should probably turn this up a bit to heat it up quickly. All right, y'all. My stove is, my oil is pretty hot. Very, very hot actually. So I have lowered it a bit. As you can see, you see the smoke? Y'all see the smoke coming up? That's exactly what I want. So now I've lowered it, and I need to put in a little bit of 2 teaspoons of cumin. And I don't know where my teaspoons, my sister's teaspoon is, but I need to take my pot off the stove because it's still doing its business. So for a quick second, oh my me, I'm just taking it off because I don't want my bacon bits in there to burn. Hold on a second. cut my bag. All right, so I'm gonna put in 2 teaspoons of
ground cumin.
Ground cumin. There we go. And then my oregano. I'm coming. 2 teaspoons of ground oregano. I'm using a little spoon, like mighty little. So I need about 4 of these. Alrighty, y'all. I'm gonna bring this back over the heat right now. I just want to get everything down in there and have that doing its business. But before I do that, I still have to add my cayenne pepper, and I don't want to add too much cayenne pepper because I don't want it to be too hot. So about that much. That's still pretty much. That's a lot too. But I like heat. The rest of the folks around here probably don't like heat as much as I do.
I think anybody do.
Alright, I shall turn this up a bit. Oh, that smells good already. Oh my goodness gracious, yo. Alright, so let's get this to do its frying time. And we'll just let this bloom for about probably a minute or less, maybe 30 seconds, because they're ground seasonings. As you can see, it's already starting to fry up a little bit, and you want it to fry a little bit because that's how you do the blooming. And blooming this in bacon fat and a little bit of oil just sounds like someplace I want to be. All right, I'm just gonna do this a little bit. As you can see how hot my pot is. So now I'm gonna turn that down again just a little, because this is mighty hot. I could see that it is screaming at me right now. Screaming hot. All right. Hold your hearts. Alrighty now, y'all. I have to wash out my okay, so I am going to cook that down. I'm going to turn this up real high. So as you can see,
oh, that smells good.
Every little bit counts, so I'm getting in there. There.
Oh my Lord, that smells good.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna cook this down, and I turned my heat up on high because I need to cook off some of that fluid. I want it to be nice and thick. In the meantime though, I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken base. You don't have to use chicken base. You can use the vegetable base if you want to keep it vegan. And I will need to salt this a bit. I'm gonna add chicken base now, and then I'll add a little bit of salt. And again, this is my sofrito that I am going to add to my beans.
And what we're making again?
This is my version of the Cuban black bean soup. And the black beans, as you have already seen, has already been cooked in the Instapot. A little bit of salt, I think. Let me taste this first.
Remember, these are having salt.
Yeah, it's fresh beans. So that will do its number in here. Ooh-wee. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, remember now my stove is still on high, which is the point because I'm trying to concentrate these flavors. Okay, so sorry, I'm going to talk about the fun. This is going to concentrate a little bit more, so it's going to be a little pasty, if you will, because all of that goodness is letting out all of its beautiful fluids. Look at this. Oh yes, Lord. Ooh, yes, look at that, look at that, look at that.
Oh my God, when you add the salt, oh, it's going to be perfect. And you have a nice dip.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that is good.
Alright, see now it's starting to spit at me.
You want to lower your stove again?
No, I'm done. I need to take this now to the pot. See, it's spitting up at me now. See, look at that. Look, there's not much fluids left. Yes, please. There is really not much fluids left in here. So now I'm going to take this and put it into the Instapot with the beans, stir that up a bit and salt it. All right.
We'll take it to the Instapot now, guys.
All right, y'all. In another life, I will lift this pot up and just scrape this in there.
In another life.
And I would not doing that with this.
In this lifetime.
Not in this lifetime. This thing is too hot. I'm too heavy. So I'm just taking my sofrito and I'm adding it in here. And this is the fresh black beans that was made in the Instapot. So I'm just continuing the rest of this cooking in the Instapot. But you don't have to. You can empty the beans into your sofrito. Oops. I see a bay leaf. Hold on, y'all. I will take that bay leaf out, I promise. But for right now, I have to do my scraping.
Due diligent.
Yes, Lord. This is luscious goodness. I think for those of you who know me, know that I love lusciousness. Yes, Jesus. All right. Nothing stays.
What?
I am not one to leave any man behind.
Still like the Marines.
Yes. You don't leave any man behind. Nobody stays behind. There we are. Okay. Now I am going to bring this to a boil. So I'll put it on saute. I'll put it on saute. I am going to go pick out all of them. Bay leaf.
We're working on next pot over next year.
How many? Sorry. That was my Instapot yelling at me saying that they just came on. I know, I saw another one, didn't you?
Should be 2 more.
Oh.
A very big one.
Jeez. Look at the size of this thing, the size of this spoon.
Exactly.
Good Lord. See, this is why I love going to Patel Brothers. That's where we got those. Any more?
I don't think I have any more in there. I think there is I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's all I put in there.
Okay, so now I gotta salt and season this generously. Alright, y'all, so as you can see, my pot is just coming up to a boil now. Oh, it smells so good. Ooh la la. So I'm gonna start seasoning with salt. Hopefully that's gonna be about, I'm not gonna put all that, but I'm sure I'll need more salt than that because this is fresh beans.
Yeah.
So you need to salt fresh beans generously. Just be really kind to it. That was black pepper. Yes, and you can hear my pot.
Oh, I've been waiting for this Cuban black beans soup. Ah. Okay guys, I will be leaving all the ingredients and the measurements in the description below. And please don't forget to subscribe. Tap that bell so you know you don't miss the other video, right?
Oh my god, I seriously need help. Sorry, y'all, that needs some serious saltage. What did you do with my chicken seasoning?
I can bring it over.
Yes, Lord. Okay. Alright, so I have a little bit of the better than bouillon chicken seasoning left in this jar. That was it, y'all. There we go. So I'm going to now take some of this lovely hot liquid and put it into my jar because this stuff is so good. Oh my god. I won't put too much now because remember this is glass and yes, it is hot, so please don't put too much in there. I am just trying to get the bottom of my lusciousness from the bottom. And I'm going to pour that right back in there since it's mine. I could do that. Oh, there's more down there. Hold on.
Okay guys, I want to take this time to thank all my new subscribers and thanks all the old subscribers. Oh guys, thank you so much for subscribing, and I'm looking forward to additional family members. Yes.
So feel free to share like I did to the lovely lady who I met in Little's.
Oh.
Yes. She wanted to know about how to cook how to cook dry beans. So I sent her to my sister's channel so that she can learn how to cook black beans. Or not only black beans, but any dry beans. Because it is just so easy to do, especially in the Instapot. And if you don't have an Instapot, it's the same thing, same method you use on the stove.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it comes a long way because 1 pound of beans is a lot of beans.
It is. Because when I'm canning and I can 1 pound of beans, I get 6 pint size jars from 1 pound of beans. 6 pint-sized jars.
Guys, and that saves a lot. It saves a lot. And remember, it's your pot, so you know what's going to be inside that pot. And when I'm not on YouTube, if you guys want to follow me when I'm not on YouTube, I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. And across the board, it's still Caribbean J03.
All right, I'm gonna add some more salt, and it looks like a lot of salt, but again, this is fresh beans, so you really have to salt fresh beans.
For real.
I'm just gonna stir that in. And even though the beans is already cooked, by me stirring it like this, it's breaking up some of the beans, so I am not going to puree any of this because it's soup, not stew.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna bring this to a generous boil. Cover. Oh my God, it smells so good, y'all. I'm sorry.
Oh, guys, you can definitely make this in advance. I mean, way in advance, because it freezes well. And the longer it sits,
the better it gets. It ages like wine and good women. Sorry.
woo!
There you go. Taste this, please, so I can shut up.
Holy Jesus. Oh, yes, Lord.
Covering. Stay out of my pot.
That is so messed up, guys.
So when this is done, you guys, we're gonna show you how to plate it, and how to serve it. And you really don't have to do it that way. You can just eat this just like this. Oh my goodness gracious! I feel like every time I go to a Cuban restaurant, especially if I'm in Miami, I go to a Cuban restaurant, and this is the only thing I will order between the black bean soup, as well as the pork.
Yes,
You have to get the pork and that Cuban sandwich. You haven't lived till you've tasted that. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh yeah, it don't get any better than that. And if I had to pick one meal before I die, it would be rice and beans and Cuban black bean soup.
That is way too much information. I can't wait for Mom to hear that one.
Oh yes, Lord.
Anyway,
All right,
guys,
y'all, hold on a second now. We'll be back in a minute once the black bean soup is done. And as you can see, it's probably already just about done because it's boiling very generously right now. I'm gonna open the pot so you can. Sorry, I didn't mean to fog you out. It's boiling very generously right now, and that's all I really need for at least about a minute or so, just to get all my stuff, my spices meld in there. Sorry, I am fogging you out, aren't I? Just know it's out of love.
that's some good love.
Yes, it is. Okay, I think this is good and ready. It smells incredibly divine in here right now. Oh my God, it's good. All right, y'all. So this is what the beans would look like. Bring it closer. No, I'm fogging you out. Sorry. Okay, there you can see it. In between my fogging. So when it's done, I'm gonna turn this off right now. All right, so this is good and ready. So we'll bring you back when I'm ready to plate.
I can't wait to eat.
Alrighty, y'all. So this is how we would plate this. The black bean soup would be served with fish, some white rice, always served with white rice, y'all. Some avocados and some fried ripe plantains. And I made a fresh Cuban bread. So the purpose of this bread is to dip the rest of that beans. And you want to do that. Trust me, you want to do that. So just for the purpose of scientific testing, I shall test the beans for you. There we go.
Lord.
God. Sorry, I drip.
I want to taste a piece with the bread.
Nom, nom, nom. Sorry, you're gonna edit that out, right?
Nope.
What?
Nobody tell the octopus.
You want me to help you? Give me a piece of bread.
Oh my god, that is good.
Sorry.
Wait till mom taste this.
Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. I'm not gonna tell you what I just did. But that's all. That is really good. Let us know if you try it. And if you do, I'm sure you will agree with me about how really easy it is to make this Cuban black bean soup. So please do try it.
Guys, and if you make any changes, tag me, let me know what changes you make.
So we can try it.
We can try it. Exactly. Alright guys, see you in the next video. OMG guys, this is the Cuban bread. My sister's version of the Cuban bread. Lord Jesus. Ooh, guys. Oh. Yes, I'm gonna ask her to try and do a video with that.
Alrighty, y'all. Usually when we do the Cuban black bean soup, we serve it with this onion sauce that my aunt makes. She actually makes it for the empanadas, but then we use it for the Cuban black bean soup as well. It's literally just onions, vinegar, and habanero peppers in there, of course, salt for your taste. So feel free to add your red wine vinegar, or I would say use red wine vinegar if you don't have an onion sauce like mine. Sorry, and I'm not sharing. Use your red wine vinegar and a bit of salt, and put it in your black bean soup. Because this is absolutely delicious. Let me taste it for you, just because I like you.
Oh, you're so bad. So bad.
Oh yes, Jesus. You guys, that with that black bean soup, there's a God above. And thank you, higher power. Thank you.